And folks, we are back. It's your guy, Tommy Gann, TG here, Ice Cold Sports, America's Sports Show. If you're watching on video, you may notice I'm in a car. Why am I in a car? I'll tell you why I'm in a car. Uh, I have now moved back to Colorado. A little life update. I graduated from the University of Florida. Was very nice. Got my master's in sports management. Thank you to all out there who gave your best wishes to me. I appreciate it so much. You wouldn't believe it. Now I'm back here, good old Rado, and I want to get back to giving you the people's podcast, the podcast you deserve. And part of that is I want to start getting a little bit wild, a little bit crazy. And some of that may end up being doing this in my car. I got a little microphone going on right here. I got a little mount right here to put up while I'm in the car. It's perfect, if you ask me. Kind of good time management while also giving you good coverage. Also forces me to be a little bit more exact with my words, a little bit less downtime to talk. And also I can just kind of just get content going like this instead of like, I got to sit down, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, just right away, bam, podcast, talk to you, the people. But enough of that. Let's actually talk about sports, because this is a sports podcast. Last night, Nuggets 132, Lakers 126. It looked like for a second the Lakers were going to come back. It was getting hairy there for half a second. But there's one man, he's laughing all the way to the bank, and his name is the Joker, Jokic. Another great performance. And going into the series, what I have been saying have been, the Nuggets are the better team. They are the better team, just top down, better team with the better player. I think Jokic has a good argument for being the best player on earth right now. But I mean, it's it looked bad there for a second. He helped them pull through. Another incredible performance. I think it said, I saw it was like a 30-point, 20 rebound game has only happened 4 times in NBA playoff history, and 2 of those is Jokic in these playoffs. Pretty incredible, pretty awesome. And if this is the way the series goes from here on out, I'll be happy. I personally, right now, I'm guessing Nuggets in 6 or 5. I think that might be the ticket, because I feel like if the Lakers have won this game, maybe it changes the series completely because the Nuggets were able to win it. I think that they're going to be in the driver's seat from here on out. That's just my opinion. Just take it or leave it. Some news that broke yesterday that is kind of crazy. Currently, right now, apparently 7 teams are trying to get out of the ACC. 7 teams. UVA, Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, Clemson, FSU, and Miami. It's a lot of teams to be getting out of one conference. Listen, I understand there's a lot of instability in college football right now, but I don't really understand these moves as much. I get it, some of these teams are like, we want the SEC, or maybe the Big Ten or whatever. I don't know. I mean, do the SEC or Big Ten really want these teams? And, I feel like it's bad for college football if we just keep doing these forever expansions, these forever moving this way, moving that way, teams going everywhere. Maybe all these teams should start their own league, and then they can add a few other teams to that league and have their own conference. Oh, wait, you just have the ACC again. I mean, what are we doing here? I guess Clemson to the SEC makes sense, and maybe Florida State and Miami could be going that way. I don't know if the SEC wants to expand that quickly. That's the weird thing. And they're trying to get out of TV deals. I mean, Clemson and FSU have won national championships in the pretty recent past, Clemson especially. So, I mean, ACC teams can win a national championship. It's not like one of those things where, in the Pac-12 teams are worried, well, can a Pac-12 team win a national championship with their recruiting base and yada, yada, yada. I think ACC teams could definitely win a national championship. That's not really the issue. I think they can get even more money once their contract comes up. They have a pretty good deal going. I don't really understand. I feel like this feels like a panic move by these schools. They kind of are on feeding on their own anxiety of each other. I don't know. Seems a little strange. Uh, if I were them, I would say stay the course, but that's just me. That's my opinion. Uh, and the NBA draft lottery was last night. Spurs got the number one pick, which means it's almost certain they're going to be picking Victor Wembanyama. I got that name right. Let's all say it together. Wembanyama. 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 There we go. Uh, Pretty exciting for Spurs fans. One of those franchises that's gone on hard times the last couple years. It's sort of similar to the Blackhawks, who got the number one pick in the NHL draft. And they're a team that not too long ago was winning rings, was one of those great franchises in the NHL. And so was the Spurs for a long time, long time. And you still have Popovich as your head coach. How will this go? I don't know. People right now are saying like this guy could be one of the great prospects ever. And I'm not saying that can't be true, but like I saw like a quote like he could be one of the best prospects in the history of team sports. I'm like, all right, let's take it from here down to here for a second. All right, here down to here. I'm not saying that he couldn't turn out to be something incredible. It's true, but let's not put the horse before the cart. Let's not put the cart before the horse here. My goodness, he's probably going to be amazing, but take a chill pill. Take a second. Also, real tough time for your Pistons fan and a Hornets fan. Real tough time. Those two teams had a real good shot at this number one pick, and they didn't get it. And if you're the Pistons, they have been losing so much as of late, and they had the best odds. If you're the Hornets, it seems like every time they're looking for a break, they can never get it. There was someone threw something out there that Jordan could wait to get the number one pick and then sell the team. They've talked about him selling the team. I don't know how that's going, but tough time for those fan bases. Keep them in your prayers. But Victor Wembanyama coming to San Antonio soon. That's what it looks like. Then, big story coming out recently. Aaron Judge was looking at the dugout against the Blue Jays the other day. He kept eyeing the dugout, like the side of his eye, and it's happened like multiple times. The broadcast mentioned it, and then he hit a dinger. And people are wondering, well, is it stolen signs? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that? Apparently, Major League Baseball is not going to investigate it, which, whatever, that's their choice. Personally, I don't really have an issue with stolen signs per se. People forget stolen signs have been happening since the beginning of baseball. Willie Mays, back in the day, would get on second base and would be able to figure out the sign system for the opposing team, like pretty quickly. Like this has been a part of the game for a long time. The issue is if it was like electronic, like there was electronics involved, like what was in the Houston Astros controversy. At the same time, it could also, one thing it also could be tipping pitches. Like it could have been doing something. It's kind of like in poker, like you're tipping your hands. It could be tipping pitches, which could have been very possible. Also, at the same time, when he hit that home run, it was literally just a meatball right down the middle of the plate, which he slammed. Which, I mean, what are you going to do right there? That's just how it ends up going. You throw a meatball, it gets slammed. They're not going to investigate it, which I guess makes sense. But if I were to make a guess, there's probably something to do with tipping pitches. But that's just me. Finally, tonight, Celtics Heat game 1. Big game. Celtics heavy favorites, obviously. And I think the Heat will put up a fight. They've been putting up a fight this entire playoffs. They go from the play-in tournament to here, which is pretty dang cool, if you ask me. And now they could run into a brick wall. If Jimmy Butler was at 100%, I would say, and was for this entire series, by the way, I could see the Heat really, putting the heat on the Celtics. But this is going to be a physical series. He's already not 100%. I think he'll probably re-aggravate something throughout the series and now really doom the Heat. The Heat are also a really big defensive team. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with the scoring that you get from the Celtics. Celtics are also riding high after that win against the Sixers in Game 7 and coming back from a 2-3 deficit. Uh, Gun to head, Celtics in 6. I think the Heat steal a couple, but the Celtics end up, making it happen. That's just how it is. Uh, and then just to finish off the show, Fast and Furious 10 is coming out this weekend. As you may know, I am a Fast and Furious fan. Not a stan. I'm not obsessed with it. But I like going and see the movies. So I'm planning on going and seeing it pretty soon. I want to coax my good friend Zach Lyons and coming with me to watch it. And then us doing a review on it, which I think would be pretty baller. Uh, will he want to do that? I don't know. I'm calling you out, Zach. I'm calling you out. Come at me. I probably messed with the microphone right there. Whatever. In any case, folks, thank you for watching and or listening to this pretty short Ice Cold Sports done from my car. I want to do more of these things. I want to make sure these things are done better, more efficiently, yada, yada, yada. I just want to wrap. Yada, yada, yada. In any case, folks, I'm Tom again, and this has been Ice Cold. I want to do the shivers, but it's pretty hot in this car, so I'm not. Sports. See you guys.